All right. Wonderful.
You're still there.
Okay. We're going to start. Ready?
I'm just giving her a heads up that
you
are the full.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
You are the full coverage of the screen.
That's
good. Where this
Noni, that's the way it's going to be.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's begin. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
And thanks for making time for meditation.
Mm-hmm.
When you meditate, it helps you and it helps the whole world. Thank you, Chloe and Engage, for hosting us too. Today, the topic for our meditation is the yoga of wonder. And so today we're going to turn yoga on its head. Yeah, even yoga can do a headstand. That's right. Instead of our usual, typical yogic practice of withdrawing the senses so that we can experience the bliss and the splendor of the self, what we're going to do today is engage our senses and our imaginations and our memories and experience the self through wonder, awe, delight, and astonishment. Today's meditation, the Yoga of Wonder, is based on the Vijnana Bhairava. That is an ancient 9th century text from northern India. In yoga, there are two major schools of philosophy, Kashmir Shaivism and Advaita Vedanta. Kashmir Shaivism is the home of this particular text from northern India that I'm going to quote from. And this text summarizes beautifully where this meditation is headed. This text is the Vijnana Bhairava, and it's also known as the Radiance Sutras. And I'm going to read you a translation that was done in a gorgeous fashion by Lauren Roach, who's a yoga scholar and teacher who teaches at Kripalu. So the text goes, wherever and whenever you feel carried away, rejoicing in every breath, there is your meditation hall. Cherish those times of absorption, rocking the baby in the silence of the night, pouring water into a crystal glass, tending the logs in a crackling fire, sharing a meal with a circle of friends. Embrace these pleasures and know this is my true body. Nowhere is more holy than this. Right here is the sacred pilgrimage. Live in alertness for such a moment, my beloved, as if it were your one meeting with the Creator. We will now dive right into our meditation, the Yoga of Wonder. Please take a comfortable, upright, sitting posture with your feet flat on the floor if you're seated in a chair. And close your eyes. Take a slow, deep in-breath and exhale fully. Once again, a slow, deep in-breath and exhale completely. And once more, breathe in deeply and breathe out long. Now you can return to your normal rate of breathing. Relax. Let the stress of the day dissolve. Take a moment and scan your body for any areas of tension or discomfort. If there's an ache or pain or a place of discomfort, please breathe in comfort and kindness to those areas. The subject of our meditation today is wonder. What is wonder, you might ask? Wonder is defined this way: a feeling of surprise mingled with admiration, caused by something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or inexplicable. I'll repeat that definition. Wonder is a feeling of surprise mingled with admiration, caused by something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or inexplicable. Is your life filled with wonder?
Mm-hmm.
Do you live in a wonderland? What would that feel like? Wonder is nourishing. It feeds creativity, happiness, and inspiration. Wonder makes us young at heart, and it also keeps us humble. Wonder is contagious, and it uplifts. Wonder can only exist in the present moment. Wonder is a mindfulness practice. The only way to know wonder is to be fully present. It cannot be otherwise. You have to be awake to your senses and to the moment you are witnessing in order to be moved by wonder. And now, still with your eyes closed, imagine yourself looking up in wonder at the clear night sky. The stars are twinkling, the planets and the brilliant golden moon shine brightly in the black night sky. Pause just a moment, take in a deep breath, and sense eternity in this second. As you absorb the beauty of the galaxies arrayed before you. Do you recall, as a child, ever feeling a deep sense of wonder when you encountered something immense and powerful in nature? Perhaps it was the roar of the ocean as waves crashed against the shore. And perhaps it was marveling at the sound of thunder and the flashes of lightning as you sat comforted by a parent or an elder. Pause for a moment and recall the impact of wonder on your young mind and heart. Now imagine that you are viewing the dancing, shimmering colors of the northern lights. The colors are alive. They move across the sky in swirling ribbons. So rare and amazing, so awe-inspiring. Inhale deeply and take that magic into your being. Now, let's visit a dark, balmy summer night. We look out upon a vast field of millions of flickering lightning bugs. And that's not all. Listen, Have you heard the cicadas, the katydids, and the crickets sing their summer songs? What a racket. Pause for a moment and observe the din. Pause and see the flashing of the lightning bugs. All summer long, millions of creatures are busy celebrating their bug lives that we humans often fail to even notice. Now imagine we're standing at the yawning rim of a canyon. How many millions of years did it take the river below to carve that vast canyon? And how many generations of humans have stood here on this very spot and wondered in awe? Now imagine seeing a hummingbird fly backwards. Imagine holding one in your hand. How delicate and tiny this little bird is. Their hearts beat up to 1,200 times a minute. And they migrate thousands of miles every year to return and spend their summers with us. We're surrounded by wonder. How fortunate are we to be able to enjoy these wonders? Can you recall a flower that has caught your attention because of its appearance or its fragrance was just so gorgeous that you had to stop and admire it? That kind of beauty is refreshing. It's energizing and inspiring. That beauty exists all around us. That beauty exists within us. Pause whenever possible and admire that beauty.
Tess and I make a practice of hunting for wonder every day. And what Tess has shared with you and what I will share with you are some examples of wonder that we found, and maybe you have too. Imagine that you're walking down a path and you are approaching a blooming linden tree. Go ahead, bury your face in its fragrant blossoms to experience the bliss of its gift. Its gift is sublime. And if you pause and you listen, the tree is alive, humming with life, as the honeybees drunkenly sip nectar from its abundant flowers. I'm going to change seasons now. Imagine looking out on a frozen winter night to see diamonds, snow diamonds, glittering in the moonlight. A treasure awaits you even on the darkest, coldest nights of winter. Excuse me. On a spring night, have you ever gone out to a pond to hear the tree frogs' annual festival of glee? Peepers have such enthusiasm. They're like kids not out of school on the last day of June. Doesn't your heart leap for joy when you hear them? It's the arrival of a new season, and they are excited and happy. Have you ever held a newborn baby? It may have been a human baby. It may have been an animal baby. Is there a greater wonder than a brand new baby? Is there a greater hope? Is there greater joy? How lucky you are to have experienced that. How fortunate, how blessed. Have you ever paused and wondered at the faithfulness of your own amazing heart? It beats for you day and night, and it never takes a rest. All your heart wants to do is to serve you. Have you ever considered, pardon me, have you ever considered taking a sip of tea? Excuse me for a moment. Have you ever considered the wonder of your own human birth? This very life that you have been given. Of all the teeming millions, trillions of life forms on this planet, you are fortunate to have a human form in this life. That is so rare and so wondrous. You were destined for greatness. Did you know that you yourself are a wonder? Because of your human birth, you have the power to imagine and to create the world in which you live. What a wonder is your beautiful, powerful, and magnificent mind. Your mind has the power to create your world, and your mind will create the world that you empower with your thoughts. In other words, your thoughts will create the world in which you live. We live in the world of our thoughts. What we think creates our reality. Have you ever been amazed by your own will, your strength, your perseverance? Look at all you have weathered. You are a mountain of strength and resilience. You are a wonder. Acknowledge that for yourself. You are a wonder. Can you recall a time when you have been moved to tears by the compassionate act of another? You are a storehouse of compassion. You can change the course of lives with your kindness. What a wonder you are. The world and everything in it is a never-ending source of magic and wonder. Wonder hides in plain sight, all around us and within us. We only need the eyes to see it. We only need to cultivate a heart of wonder, a heart that seeks out wonder. So we're going to try it now. With your mind and your heart wide open to wonder, smile. Go ahead. A great big beautiful smile. This will help to relax your face, your jaw, your muscles, and your face. Again, a great big beautiful smile, and let your belly and your back relax. Remember the breath mantra that we've been using? Hamsa, which is spelled Hamsa. Please repeat silently to yourself, hum on your in-breath and sa on your out-breath. Again, hum on your in-breath, sa on your out-breath. And now, repeat silently to yourself this translation of Hamsa. I am that essence, which is wonder. I am that essence, which is awe. Allow the sense of wonder to resonate in your being. I'm going to repeat the definition again. You can silently repeat it to yourself. Hamsa. I am that essence, which is wonder. I am that essence, which is awe. Hum on in-breath, sa on your out-breath. As you meditate, thoughts will come and they will go, and that is inevitable. If you find yourself thinking, just go back and resume the silent repetition of hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath, hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. And you can continue in this way. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. And we'll meditate now. Please take a deep breath and then let it out slowly. And please bring your awareness back to the room. We ask that you refresh your posture because today our class has a conclusion. So please be with us and be comfortable. Wonder is a practice. It's a discipline. It's a meditation. It's a way of being present in the moment. Wonder is a form of mindfulness. That's why we call it the yoga of wonder. To practice the yoga of wonder, we yoke our minds to wonder and make it a daily discipline. We decide to seek it out. And once we do, we will never be disappointed because wonder exists everywhere for the one who seeks it. If you open your mind, your heart, and your senses to wonder, you will find it whenever you seek. You can use this mindfulness as a springboard to seek wonder in your daily life. Notice the weather, the plants, the seasons, the animals, the sky. They are always changing, and they are always a source of wonder. Notice the flow of nature, the rhythm, the cycles, the movement of the sun and the moon across the sky. Each day, try to find as many moments of wonder as you can, but most importantly, enjoy yourself doing this. The sages of yoga said that the wonder we experience when we marvel at natural phenomena is merely a reflection of the wonder, the joy, the bliss that is within ourselves. Wonder and bliss are our own natural state. In other words, wonder is who we are. We are literally, as Neil deGrasse Tyson says, stardust that achieved consciousness. The more you meditate, the more wonder you will feel. So dive in. Every day, every evening, choose to tap into wonder and feel the surge of joy, happiness, and bliss arise within you. Life can be so extraordinary when we leave each moment open to wonder and awe. Let me say that again. Life can be so extraordinary when we live each moment open to wonder and awe. We thank you so much for joining us on our journey today to find some wonder. And now we would love to hear from you. You can simply raise your hand, and Chloe, who is monitoring our class and recording it, will cue you in and we'll be able to hear your question. Or you can send her a message. Have you had an experience of wonder that you would like to share with us? Do you have any questions? Or is there anything else that you'd like to discuss or talk to us about? Please don't be bashful. We learn from each other.
What would you recommend for somebody who's trying to start meditation like for the first time, or somebody who might not be familiar with the practice?
I would recommend going to the Engaged Therapy and Wellness YouTube channel, clicking on videos, and then going to the January 2024 meditation video. That's an introduction to meditation. And it'll be the very first stop to go to for what it's all about, why we want to do it, and exactly how to go about doing it. One-stop shopping. Engaged therapy and wellness. In more ways than one.
Yes. Anybody else? Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Is it common to, when you're first starting out, to become distracted? Because I have a
Yes.
lot of people who tell me that they're not sure if they're good at it or if they want to do it because it's hard to like sustain focus the whole time.
Right. It is hard. And, it's hard because in the West, we're raised to not even know that that state of consciousness, the still state of mind while you're actually awake, even exists, because we're listening to our minds all the time. So when we meditate, it seems foreign at first because we're asking the mind to be quiet. And the mind, of course, rejects that idea because it's been in charge all the time. And, well, no, I'm not going to be quiet. I've got business to do. So it gives some resistance at first. But the use of the mantra Hamsa and tying it to the breath is a dual settling effect. The mantra settles the mind, and the breath control also settles the mind and the body. So those two things work together to help settle. A great yogi from India once told his students, though, when you're sitting for meditation, the thoughts are going to come and they're going to go. It's just natural. Think of it as a train station. You can go into the train station, go right ahead and sit on the platform and watch the thoughts or the trains come and go and come and go and come and go. Don't get on a train. Just don't follow them. Don't entertain them. Don't give them any mind at all. Let them arise and let them leave. And eventually, if you focus again on the breath and the mantra, the space between the thoughts will grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and you'll experience that deep, deep stillness that yogis are after when they meditate. Mm-hmm. And eventually, it becomes so second nature. Your mind gets used to it, your body gets used to it. Once you sit for meditation, very quickly your mind will settle, and many times you'll have meditation without thought. It gets easier and easier as you go. And it only takes 8 weeks to rewire the brain. There are 9 different regions of the brain change for the better within 8 weeks. And it's measurable. They've done many, many, many studies on it. Measurable differences in so many parts of the brain in just such a short time. So
it takes a little.
It's a discipline.
It's a discipline. It takes a little bit of practice. Yeah. And if you can't manage 20 minutes, mm-hmm. which would be optimal, start with 5. And then add a minute every week. And see how it goes.
Yeah. And before long, you'll look forward to it for one, because when you're done meditating, you feel refreshed, you have energy again, and you're thinking more clearly, and your blood pressure has come down and your stress is reduced. So you'll look forward to those benefits so much that you'll be like, oh, I can't wait to meditate.
The other thing for me, the mantra and the breath will help to lower all of the anxiety and stress and whatever is going on in your life. But for me, what it does also, because Hamsa means something, it helps to connect the mind with the heart. So it makes us more open to other people's difficulties or other people's pains, or to have compassion, or to want to do something kind or generous. Generous in thought or generous, it's monetary. Generosity of spirit is the way we like to think of it. So when we have the translation of Hamsa, I am that essence, which is wonder. I am that essence, which is all. My favorite one is, I am that essence, which is pure love. I am that essence, which is compassion. So those kinds of thoughts not only lower the stress level, but it fills you up with something to live for, something that fills you up with joy or with happiness.
Or resilience.
Or the resilience to deal with whatever is going on in your life at the time.
Yeah.
So, anybody else have a question?
Any other questions?
Or do you have another question? Because everybody also get the benefit of hearing the answers to your questions. I figure you're brand new
To meditate.
to meditation. Are you brand new to meditation? Chloe?
Not brand new, but I definitely have some work to do for sure. Not brand
Don't
new.
we all?
This is not something that ever ends. It's
Yeah,
something.
it's a lifelong journey. I started meditating in 1974, and I'm still meditating. And I still look forward to meditating every day because you just never know what the next awakening or experience is going to be.
Is there something you might suggest by way of a reading? Something I could read to better understand?
Well, it depends on which way you want it to go. We teach both Vedic meditation and Zen mindfulness, right? So if you wanted to go in a direction of Zen mindfulness, I'd recommend John Kabat-Zinn.
Or Thich Nhat Hanh.
And definitely Thich Nhat Hanh. He's our greatest inspiration in teaching in that regard. As for the Vedic area, I particularly love the writings of Eknath
Yes.
He has written beautiful translations of the Bhagavad Gita and especially the Upanishads. They're magnificent. And those are the Vedic texts from which yoga has emerged. So if you want to go to the source, I would recommend those 2, 3.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is my second time to tune in, and I really wanted back long before this, but life spiraled every other way, and I just couldn't make the time, or the day was bad, or just crazy excuses. And it's so helpful. I'm grateful.
Well, we're glad that you
Yes.
joined us, and we're glad that you're interested in pursuing it, because we know how it is when life gets turned upside down on a dime, and it happens regularly
Yeah.
in our lives too. And to have that anchor of meditation and that base of stillness and strength that you can draw on when life is spiraling around you is such a gift, right? So we encourage you as greatly as we can to stick with it and enjoy it. It's a really positive and wonderful journey.
Truly, I'm so grateful for each opportunity. And like I said, this is my second, but
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to turn my video on so you can see me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
figure out that before we get together again.
Yes, okay. And also feel free to catch up on any of
Yes.
the classes that you may have missed. They're posting them on the Engage Therapy and Wellness YouTube channel under videos. They're all there. So
Excellent.
anytime that you happen to have the time, so like if it's not 1 o'clock on a Monday that we're doing this, you can just tune in and check out any video that you like.
Now, there are some where we did questions and answers where we tried to stump each other with the questions and the answers. So they're on there. And
that was the December one.
Yeah, December.
Yeah.
So there are
there
many to choose from.
Yeah.
And they might help you also.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. So
I was surprised that I didn't find you listed on the Engage Parkinson or Empower Parkinson website. Before it was there listed, but wasn't this time today.
Wow. I don't have any contacts at Empower, so I don't know how to fix that. Yeah.
But Chloe will probably talk to Liz.
Yeah.
And they will figure this out.
Yeah. Someone will get to the bottom of it.
Yes. Is there anyone else who has a question?
Excuse me.
Well, we hope you enjoyed yourself today. We hope you have some ideas to go out and hunt for some wonder, especially in the natural world. That too helps to calm down the stress and anxiety. Just to sit outside and watch the sunrise if you're an early bird, or to watch the sunset if you're a late bird. Our next class will be on the 15th of July, and the title is kind of a cute one, funny one. It will be called Yoga Without Dharma is Like a Muscle Car Without a Steering Wheel. I'll repeat that. Yoga without Dharma is like a muscle car without a steering wheel.
Stay tuned for more.
Yes.
And thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Chloe, for hosting us.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste.